Hello, everyone. My name's Steven, and I know what it's like to have a dream and overcome every possible and impossible difficulty on your way. Just sit and listen. As long as I can remember, I've always loved science, but my main passion is space. It started a long time ago when I got my first astronomy book for my birthday. It's like it had been leading me to the very day when I was standing in front of the school bulletin board staring at a note that read, "For high school kids, extra aerospace engineering class. Pass the test and join." Basically, my whole life I knew what I wanted to be, an aerospace engineer. And a place in this class was the key to my dream. Everything was just perfect. My grades were high, my desire was strong. Only one tiny detail stood in my way. I was too young. I was only 13, and all the other students were at least 16. I was stunned. I couldn't believe that those 3 years of difference could prevent me from reaching my goal. But rules are rules. Nobody would let me take the test, and just thinking about that was so frustrating. What could I do, I thought? My brother is so lucky to be 16. He can take the exam. Why can't I just switch places with Sam? I came up with a tricky idea right away, because I had nothing to lose. On the examination day, I went into the classroom, took the test, and signed my worksheet as Sam Clark. My cover wasn't blown. And you know what? Sam Clark got the highest score. Can you imagine my brother's surprise when we got a call from school saying that he'd gotten a place in the class? My mother was shocked by all this. My dad seemed to be on my side, though, but not my brother Sam. He was furious. Sure he was. I realized that I had framed him, but I was ready to pay the consequences for that. Sam insisted that I had to go confess, and I did, which led to a big scandal with my parents having to go into the principal's office. But fortune favors the brave. And the fools. Against all odds, it was decided that they would give me a chance and let me attend the aerospace engineering classes. On the wings of happiness, I arrived at that sacred door on the appointed date. I was sure the worst was over. But never have I been so wrong. I found myself among some really bright-minded students who were both older and more experienced than me. And they all knew that I had gotten my spot in this class by fraud. The work was very difficult, much more difficult than I had expected, and the teacher pretended to not even acknowledge my existence. It seemed that everybody was discriminating against me. I was so embarrassed that I just couldn't concentrate on the lecture, and when it came to the practice task, I failed spectacularly. I became the laughingstock on what I thought was the most important day of my life. I didn't even want to go home after the lesson to see the look on my parents' faces. I found a quiet place on a bench in the schoolyard where I could be alone and drown in my own sorrows. Suddenly, I heard a light-hearted giggle behind my back. There we go, I thought. Steven is going to be mocked in 3, 2, 1. Hey, mastermind! Having a bad day, huh? That was Angela, a girl from my new class. She was actually smiling and being really nice. I have no idea why she decided to check on me, but she did. She told me to get myself together, that it was my choice to get the ball rolling, and that I had to be responsible for it. Angela offered to help me with my studies for the first couple of weeks. We became really good friends. We spent all our breaks in the library, and it turned out that it was even more exciting to study with a friend rather than on your own. Now everything was going like clockwork. I was getting fewer and fewer nasty looks from my classmates. I'd managed to get an excellent grade on the project I had failed on that first day, and I even took part in an interstate math competition with the other 5 best students in my class. But, for some reason, Angela wasn't among them, though she seemed to be one of the brightest minds in class. And then I started noticing that she was really exhausted all the time. She'd often arrive late for classes, and she was rarely ready with her homework. When I tried to ask her what was going on, she just waved it away with a joke. But one Saturday, I was in the mall shopping with my family. We were at the checkout when I saw Angela packing and wrapping pasta, milk, and salad for us. She didn't see me because she was too busy working. The next day at school, I confessed to Angela that I saw her and where I saw her and asked if I could be of any help. But she was standing with a poker face and coolly said, "Why didn't you say hi then?" I just ran out of words and couldn't help staring at her with a stupefied face. She then turned around and left me standing in the schoolyard all alone. Oh man, I couldn't lose my best friend. No way! But Angela just wouldn't talk to me anymore. And the news that I'd gotten first place for that math competition didn't make me any happier, even though I got all the glory and a brand new laptop as a prize. I just didn't know how to make up with Angela. So, I found the courage and went up to her younger sister in the school cafeteria. She told me that their father had lost his job and their old computer had broken down. How are we going to get ready for school now? Now it all made sense. That very evening, I headed to Angela's house. I left a big box on the doorstep, knocked on the door, and hid behind a tree. I saw Angela open the door, take out the new laptop, read my note, and cry. My heart skipped a beat when I was walking up to the classroom the next morning and I heard that lovely giggle behind my back again. "Hey, Mastermind, what's up?" Oh, well, what was there to say? Yeah, I admit it was less than honest to lie about my age to get a place in that class. But still, I've proven to myself and everyone that I deserve to study with my older classmates, and together with that experience, I now know what it means to be a friend. If you have a dream, fight for it. No matter how many times you fall down or you get rejected, there will always be people who will be there for you, and you always